Promoting football in Europe in a spirit of peace, that is also a statutory objective of UEFA. It may be seen as a dangerous precedent, but in this case, the cost is greater than anything else.
But we're going to start with the story that continues to dominate the agenda, that VAR controversy. He says the game should be replayed.
The footballing world remains in a state of shock following the 2026 Carabao Cup final at Wembley, where Manchester City's 2-0 victory over Arsenal has been completely overshadowed by a burgeoning VAR scandal. What was meant to be a showcase of English football's finest has instead descended into a bureaucratic nightmare for the PGMOL and the EFL. FIFA has now officially intervened, launching a full and comprehensive investigation into a series of officiating lapses that critics claim fundamentally altered the destination of the season's first major domestic trophy. The controversy centres on a pivotal moment in the second half when Arsenal, trailing by a single goal, appeared to have a stonewall penalty ignored. Despite multiple replays suggesting a clear foul on Kai Havertz inside the area, the on-pitch referee waved play on, and the VAR team at Stockley Park failed to intervene for a pitchside review. The clear and obvious error threshold, which has long been a point of contention, was reportedly breached so significantly that FIFA felt compelled to step in and scrutinise the communication logs between the match officials. In an unprecedented move, FIFA's disciplinary committee has signalled that it will look beyond just the missed penalty, investigating systemic failures in the application of technology during the match. Rumours of a formal apology from PGMOL chief Howard Webb have only added fuel to the fire, as Arsenal fans and pundits alike argue that a post-match admission of guilt does nothing to restore the robbed momentum of a team chasing a historic quadruple. The suspension of the matchday VAR officials pending the results of this probe marks a dark day for the credibility of the English game. Manchester City, meanwhile, find themselves in the awkward position of defending a victory that many now view through a lens of illegitimacy. While Nico O'Reilly's two clinical headers showed the technical brilliance of Pep Guardiola's side, the tactical narrative has been swallowed by the officiating storm. Guardiola has been forced to field questions not about his record-breaking fifth League Cup title, but about whether his team benefited from a catastrophic failure of the very system designed to ensure fairness. The fallout has reached the highest echelons of the sport, with legendary figures like Thierry Henry labelling the officiating unacceptable and a step backward for the integrity of the sport. The outcry isn't just about a single game, it's a referendum on the 2026 VAR protocols. FIFA's investigation is expected to examine whether the pressure of the Wembley atmosphere influenced the decision-making process and if the current training for video assistance is sufficient for high-stakes finals where the margin for error is non-existent. As the investigation unfolds, the legal and sporting implications could be massive. While a replay of the final remains a near impossible outcome due to fixture congestion, the potential for massive fines or a complete overhaul of VAR implementation for the upcoming 2026 World Cup is on the table. For Arsenal, the fire in the belly described by Mikel Arteta is currently mixed with a bitter sense of injustice, as they must now pivot back to the Premier League and Champions League while the ghost of the Wembley scandal looms over their season. Ultimately, this investigation serves as a wake-up call for global football governance. The crucial VAR errors at Wembley have proven that even with the most advanced technology, the human element remains a volatile and sometimes destructive force. FIFA's final report, due in the coming weeks, will likely dictate the future of officiating for years to come, ensuring that the 2026 Carabao Cup final is remembered less for Manchester City's triumph and more as the catalyst for a radical transformation in how football is policed.